What is up? Welcome in to the Early Edge in 5. I'm your host, Allan Bell. We have a fantastic show lined up for you today. Grace Remington is on assignment with SEC Media Days. However, we have a wonderful surprise coming up for you. But before that, let's take a look at how we did yesterday on the show. A few too many X's than we like. Look at Jack Sawinski. We said we were going to gamble on him, and Jack Stunkinski, was awful. So I'll take the X on that one. Barter, tough day there, man, with Moniak and the Angels. Pretty much everybody dropped bombs except our man there. But you know what? We are going to survive and thrive coming into today. Now, tonight, CBS Sports HQ, a full slate. You've already seen Chip Patterson on there at 3 p.m. Eastern. At 6 p.m. Eastern, we've got Zach Semeny, Mike McClure, and the maestro himself, Larry Hartstein, as well as 8 p.m. Eastern, Zach Semeny and Mike McClure. So make sure to pay attention and watch. You can view it through the Paramount Plus app, the CBS Sports app, or at cbssports.com/live. But enough of me yapping. Let's bring in the stars of the show here and get this thing started. And we promised a big surprise, and we have it. Look at the coach. Good to see you, my man. How are we doing?
Well, I don't know, AB. I didn't know if I'd have time to come on today, but if Specty can play hurt, then I can play with this gorgeous Maui, Hawaii tan that I have going on right now that I missed a week, but I wasn't not about to miss a Tuesday where I can come in and crush EC on the early wedge and then come to his show. And by the way, do you know how many days I called in sick in my career?
Take
a guess, EC.
I'd say over under 35.
0. We're talking flights. We're talking WWE. We're talking games. Never one time have I called in sick. And today is not going to be one of those days. Specty, I respect you so much. And I'm not taking shots at you. I'm trying to lay the ground floor here for EC to understand that last week, you know what he told me when I said, hey, can you come on the early wedge? Do you know what he said?
What did he say?
I've got a golf tournament.
That's 2 weeks ago. That was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, my bad. My bad. I was off last week. I wanted him to admit it. So you see how I just sucked him right in right there? That was
Brought
2
it right
weeks
in.
ago. Oh.
EC, you walked right into that trap, that bear trap right there.
You did.
I did.
Yeah, good.
No, listen, I had to go play golf. It was under 115 degrees, coach. I needed to get a practice round in for my 116-degree performance last Saturday. And see, my color today is because I was burning in 116 degrees, shooting better on the back nine than I did the front.
Look, EC, I'll take your 116 degrees over what was going on with me any day whatsoever.
Yeah. So, Coach, to fill you in here, and Spector, I'm going to throw it to you for your pick. But, Coach, so Spector started betting Belgian people on the Tour de France last week and then immediately got food poisoning. That's no coincidence, I believe. But our man is feeling better. You look like you've lost weight, though.
Yeah.
I lost in 3 days. I lost 7 pounds.
I said 6.5 in our text.
We like to call that the hard way. That's the hard way.
7 pounds and 3% body fat in 3 days.
Maybe I should try that.
I was going to say, I need about 9 food poisonings to get myself back down to normal. All right, Spector, go ahead, man. Start us off, bro. What do you got?
Well, to come back, I'm going to go with all reliable for me, and that is Hunter Brown, over 5.5 strikeouts. This is at minus 118 at FanDuel. He's gone over this number in 8 of his last 10 games, averaging 7.2 strikeouts per game in that 10-game span. If you look at his entire season, 17 games, gone over this line 11. That's 65% of the time. Now he's playing this Rockies team who have a strikeout percentage against right-hand pitchers on the season of 26%. Quite high. We're getting it at minus 118. That's great value here. We got a good edge. I'm going with Hunter Brown over 5.5 strikeouts.
All right. Now, where do we stand on the Tour de France? Like, are we going to be betting that again this week? Or?
I have not watched the time trial yet. I've been catching up on everything, so I do not know what has happened yet. But let me just tell you, when you're talking about Belgian cyclists, Wout came in second the day that I got food poisoning, and he was beat by a different Wout. Wout
there's
Van
two
Aert.
Wouts?
There's multiple
By
Wouts.
Yeah, there's a Wout Van Aert
Wout
and then a Wout. Like, what are their names?
Wout Poels. Wout Poels won the stage, but Wout Van Aert came in second.
Please bring us another Tour de France pick tomorrow.
Yeah,
well, and
I
then
should have had Kurt come on and do, Tadej Pogačar and Jonas Vingegaard and
who's the one? Who's the one that won? Some redneck dude named Jasper.
Pogaccia.
Yeah.
Pogaccia, right?
Jasper Philipsen. Yeah, you loved Fabio Jakobsen as a name.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
He's the bad boy of cycling. He's absolutely like Wout was, but no. Fabio.
Can you imagine
for
somebody
sure.
dropped in right now to the show and
Has
they'd be
no
like,
clue what's going on.
Yeah, are we watching the Nature Channel?
Yeah,
We're
no
talking
idea what's
about
going on.
Tour de
All
France.
we know is that when you place one of these bets, you get food poisoning. So just be careful, everyone.
That's why I'm not placing any of those bets. And I'll bet on table tennis. I'll bet on the most degen things, but the Tour de France is not one of them.
Yeah.
It's over
That's
now.
a good call. No, it's good for safety. Now, also for safety, I'll go ahead and give my picks here and let Coach and EC bring home the show as they normally do. Now, as we always do, EC, I'm going to give you my 4 picks. All right, you tell me which one you like the best, all right? First up, it's the Atlanta Braves. We're going back to it. Ronald Acuna over 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs at -125, going against Zach Davies, who, quite frankly, is 1-5 with a 6,000 ERA. I think that the Braves mash all over it. Mike Barner on the morning show had Matt Olson over half an RBI. I think that was an excellent play. And I think M squared was on the over in that game. So a strong play there. So going Acuna over 2.5. Devers. All right, we missed him yesterday. He had the rare Monday off, going back to the well here against the Oakland A's. Red Sox should mash. Devers should do his thing. Your boy Kyle Schwarber over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs as well. He is looking sharp. And then lastly, going back to it again, Giancarlo Stanton over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs -135. I was surprised. I thought this was going to be at 2.5. So jumping all over Stanton here. So EC, which one do you like the most?
Yeah, I like Acuna and Schwarber. I actually looked at Schwarber. AB. He's 5 for 12 against Julio Teheran. I think the Phillies are going to get all over him tonight, and I think that's a great pick. But how can I go wrong with anything that you pick from the Braves? It's like getting going to the cash register every time you pick anything Braves related. How did you not make 4 Braves picks?
I know. Well, I know, right? And like, if anybody has seen all across the SportsLine socials, Coach, you did a fantastic video about LSU. And the Braves remind me of them. They just hit constantly. Like, you're going to have to score 7 runs to stay in any game with them. It's nuts, man. So, yeah, I'm with you. All right, I'm going to get out of you guys' way. Coach, go ahead and take over this show, man. You are the brand, the face of it. Let it rip, my man. What you got?
That's what they say. It's what they say. You know what I mean? A couple of things. TJ Parker didn't get an answer on the early wedge, but, Coach, would you lay a little juice on no holes in one at plus 180? I hate those bets. I never make them because I forget about them and I just give money away. So no, don't waste your money. I don't even research stuff like this. So no. Also, AB, on the early wedge, out of respect or out of something for EC, I gave out an EC special. So I'll give it out right here, right now. Rory and Cam Smith. I found this at DraftKings. You put them together. They have to both finish inside the top 5 at plus 1,100. None of this plus 300, plus 400 parlays. We're going plus 1,100. That one's for EC. But today, right here on Early Edge at 5, tell me if you like these two, EC. Dodgers Orioles over 9.5, -108. Michael Grove, 3 of his last 5 starts. He's allowed at least 4 runs. Tyler Wells, 7 straight starts. He's allowed at least 2. That's just the starters. They went over this number last night. My second play, it's a little high, but I don't mind it. Giants, Reds, over 11. Reds pitcher, Desclafini, whatever his name is. He has an ERA over 4. His last 5 starts, 3, 2, 3, 5, 2 runs allowed. Then Luke Weaver, he's just terrible. And I mean terrible. Let me check my notes. 3 2/3, his last outing, 5 runs allowed. You put those 2 pitchers together. I love it tonight as the weather's starting to get a little bit warmer in the Midwest, in Ohio, in Tennessee. Oh, by the way, AB, can you bring us back up, please? Where are you going to be Friday or Saturday night? Are you going to be in town in Nashville?
I am, and I understand that there is going to be an extra special VIP in Nashville. If you could break that down of who it is and why.
Oh, yes, I will. I will be there Friday night for a Saturday night, and I feel like someday EC is going to participate in this. It's called Misfits Boxing, and the YouTube star KSI. It's his company, and they had to bring somebody in with a little flair, a little panache, a little authority. And so that will be my new role for Misfits Boxing. So, EC, if you have somebody out there that you don't like and you want to match up, just let me know. I can hook you up. No worries.
I think Spector, even if he took me on, would probably still beat me, even though I have a height and weight advantage on him. So I'm not fighting anybody, Coach.
Well, catch him while he's sick.
Yeah, he still probably would beat me.
EC, break it down. What do you got, man?
All right, we got 4 picks today. We're going to roll with it. Let's start with Bryce Harper, over 2.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs at plus 110. So get this. He's 19 of 47 with 9 home runs lifetime against Julio Teheran. I think the Phillies lay it all over the Brewers tonight. I think poor Julio is going to get sent back to AAA wherever Milwaukee's affiliate is. He's going back there. He's given up 16 hits and 13 runs in less than 12 innings pitched in his last 2 starts before the All-Star break. Not going so well. I don't think he's going to last much longer in their rotation. Bryce Harper owns him. We're going to roll with him tonight. And if you want to sprinkle I think it's plus 380 to hit a home run tonight, why not? He's got 9 of them in 19 career hits against Julio. Then we'll go back to Gleyber Torres, who won for us last night. Over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs against Patrick Sandoval of the Angels at minus 140. We hit this in 2 at-bats last night. He has a hit in 8 straight and 13 of his last 15 games. He has 2 or more hits in his last 6 games, and he's hitting in the top 3 of the Yankees order. They need wins badly, or Aaron Boone's going to be back working at ESPN. Actually, it's probably going to happen either way. So Gleyber Torres got to provide offense with no Aaron Judge. Then we're going to give a little price here. So Coach mentioned he likes the over in the Orioles-Dodgers game. I like Tyler Wells of the Orioles to record a win at plus 160. What I didn't realize before yesterday is that Baltimore is only 1 game back in the American League East behind the Tampa Bay Rays, which is shocking. Coach mentioned how awful Michael Grove is. 11.15 ERA on the road for the Dodgers, giving up 32 hits and 19 earned runs in his 15 1/3 innings pitched away from Dodger Stadium. Tyler Wells, an impressive 2.57 ERA at home. I think he gives 6 innings, 2 runs, and then Coach can hit his over. I think Baltimore scores a bunch tonight. And then finally, Coach doesn't even realize that thanks to him, I'm now writing a column every week for Golf on SportsLine. He had no idea. I didn't even get a shout out in early wedge for that, but he's going to learn now, because here's the Coach special, I call it, the top 20 parlay at the Open Championship. We're going to roll with, I love this graphic. This makes me so happy. The Brooks Koepka, Tommy Fleetwood, and Victor Hovland. And if you want to know why I'm picking them, and by the way, you can find this on FanDuel under Tourney Specials. They are ranked 4th, 5th, and 7th in my fantasy rankings column. So guess what? If you want to find it and see my logic, go read the column. This is the greatest graphic that's ever been shown in early edge history.
I just hate the fact that my beautiful bald dome is covered up by the that's even better. All right, that's better. So now my dome is not covered up there. And by the way, EC, did you notice I had a superstar come into the chat and back my play up or my analysis up? The counselor, he didn't back you up. He backed me up. And, by the way, do you know the email I sent just this morning with some of our new branded T-shirt merch ideas on it? Guess what was in that email?
Parlays.
No,
come on, it's got to be a freaking frack.
Thank you. Well, freaking frack is in the works. That's already done. If you fade, what was that saying up there, AB? If you fade it, I hope you lose.
Yep.
That will be a T-shirt. That will be a T-shirt. We're very close, by the way. We'll have an announcement by the end of the week for our first merch drop, which will be in the next week to 2 weeks. Brand new store, brand new merch. Everybody's going to have something, and it's going to be awesome.
I'll say this. Obviously, Coach will drop that with everything, when it's time. I have seen some of the early, first products that are coming out. They're awesome. You're going to love every bit of it.
It's going to be great.
They're awesome. Yeah,
and awesome. AB, can you bring that graphic back up?
I can.
I see this is the competition of the picture cutouts that I'm having to deal with.
Okay.
I'm going to bring you some real soon that look a lot better than this, my friend.
Well, you're clearly talking about EC, not me.
Yeah.
Coach, can you give me this? Can you get?
Oh, I can't even wait for yours. Look, Coach, and we're going to get to the recap here. Coach, I said, do you remember the R&B singer from the 90s, John B?
Of course.
Spector looks just like John B. And I said that to him, and he goes, who the hell is John B?
It's got to be somebody that after he was born.
Yeah. I said, dude, John B was 1, awesome, and 2, had 0 issues in the ladies department. Like, this man was just awesome on all sides. And he goes,
oh,
yeah, I
yes.
have no idea who he is.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's been with his lady for 10 years, and he's 24. I mean, he doesn't know anything else. He doesn't know anything else.
He doesn't.
And I can't even get 10 dates combined, Coach.
We know that,
Yeah.
EC. We're very aware.
We got to get you. We got to get you back on date nights. Like we got to get.
Yeah, I know. You're telling me, AB, I need the company to start paying for my dating apps.
That's gonna be a tough answer.
I'll run that up the ladder for you.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Don't wait.
It's going to take someone with clout to get that one done, to get that one expense. So it's going to be Coach or nobody on that one. All right, everybody, grab your paper, grab your pencil. Let's take a recap here. EC is on. Bryce Harper over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at plus 110. Gleyber Torres over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs minus 140. Tyler Wells to record a win at plus 160. And his coach special, the Open Championship top 20 parlay at plus 850. Brooks Koepka, Tommy Fleetwood, and Victor Hovland. Speculator is on Hunter Brown over 5.5 strikeouts at minus 118. The coach is on the Dodgers Orioles over 9.5 minus 110. And the Giants Reds over 11 at minus 105. I am on Ronald Acuna over 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs minus 125. Rafael Devers over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Excuse me, minus 135. Kyle Schwarber over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs minus 145. And Giancarlo Stanton over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 135. Now, before we get out of here, 2 important things. One, Coach, it's phenomenal that you're on. And I understand that we're going to be seeing more of you on the early edge in 5 as we go along, right? So everybody's fired. Yeah, fired up.
I'll be on every Tuesday after the early wedge. I'll be on with Frick, Frack, you, Grace, everybody. And then I'll pick another day during the week.
I love it. It's much Coach is fantastic. And then number 2, leading into that, the early wedge. So everyone, it's in your feeds now. Make sure to go check that episode out. Coach, what are some highlights? What do we talk about there on the Open Championship?
Well, I tell you what, the great Steve Scott was back with us. He's been with us for every single major this year. If people don't know who he is, he famously years ago went head-to-head with Tiger Woods in the U.S. Amateur and probably would have won if he didn't have so much integrity. And he told Tiger Woods to famously move your mark back. This guy is one of my best friends. He's incredible on PGA Tour Live. His knowledge of the game is next level. And now he's getting into golf betting. So we're excited to have him. And, of course, Sia and Patrick. We're really in not necessarily the top guys, AB, because I like Rory to win. I like Cam Smith. But you're going to see a lot of different ways, a lot of different picks, a lot of different finishing positions. So you don't have to bet every single pick. But there's a lot of great analysis. Listen to the information. That's what I tell people all the time.
Yeah, and I think one thing somebody said in the chat, Coach, I know I had to interrupt you on the show, of course. Somebody said there were 47 total picks on early wedge, by the way.
Well, somebody in the chat said, I wish I had a larger bag because I want to play all this. This is great content. There had to be at least 47 picks, probably. And it's probably something that we all wish we had.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what.
More money.
I was going to say, you just keep watching the early wedge and your bag will get larger. I think it's the most profitable show that we have across the brand.
It is. You
guys mash every single week, man. It's incredible. So
we
everybody
picked a winner last week. We picked a winner last week. Vincent Norman in the other tournament. We picked plus 1,900. We hit that too. Yep.
It's unbelievable. I don't even know who that guy is. And like the dude's out here.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Shocking.
I think he was in your foursome there in the 115-degree heat.
Don't remind me, AB. I survived it. Little redness here. You can see.
I just like the fact that you and your brother there are both alive. We weren't sure that if you guys were going to make it.
We missed you. Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Coach, it's always an honor, I think.
Yeah. Everybody.
I'll see you every Tuesday, big boy.
Dude, I'm glad you're back on this.
I'm sorry for ruining your flow. I was just following EC's lead.
That was well-deserved right there. And there's plenty more of that. All right, everybody. We'll be live tomorrow, normal time, 10 a.m. Eastern, but make sure to check out the early wedge in your feeds now. But until then, best of luck, cash these tickets, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks.